Right, here we are with the playbook that you need to have for the election coming up just about 2 weeks now. Now, I mentioned this on AusBiz this morning, but I'll put it here on my own little channel for you all to pay attention to. So, Wednesday morning Australian time, that's when it's going to be happening. Make sure that you are not too hungover. Melbourne Cup will be the day before. We'll start to see some results come through fairly early and we'll know either way. Now remember, the only bearish scenario is if it is a contested election, which means it needs to be close or far away, and it could always be contested. That's something that's always going to be a possibility, that it'll be a blowout by the Democrats and Trump will not accept the result. However, what I'm going for is if it's a blue wave in either way, it's going to be really, really positive on the market. If it's a red wave, so all of these Trump voters come out and get behind him, then it's going to be very positive for the market too. If it's close, you don't want to know about it. You're not going to want to be in US equities. So, in the Australian time, this is in the Australian session, on that first Wednesday in November. It's only 2 weeks away. Here's what you want to do. If it is looking like it is going to be a blue wave and those numbers are coming through, and don't forget that the postal votes that come through after it, that get counted for the next week or two after the election, those will probably be Democratic postal votes as well. They have a higher majority of people voting via the mail. So, if it is looking like a blue wave on the night, it means that that'll be backed up by postal votes, which means that it will continue to be a blue wave. If you want to buy small caps, there is a local small cap ETF. IJR is the code for that ETF. So that's what you want to buy here in Australia. It's run by BlackRock. It's really good. It's very smooth. Goes great. You can buy it here in Australia. It's just got the small caps 600 on the S&P that's run by them. It's as easy as pie. Small caps in the US will get this huge boost from stimulus, $2.2 trillion of Democratic money that will flow through straight into the bottom line of those smaller companies. They've got a better leverage to the economy getting that sort of stimulus, which is great. A red wave, you want to own banking. So BNKS is probably the best ETF that you can get here. It's run by BetaShares. They're a really good operator. And they've got a lot of global banks in there as well, but there's nothing wrong with that. Own a couple of Japanese banks, maybe some European stuff in there too. A couple of British banks, whatever. Melds it out, but a huge proportion of it is US banking, and the US banking system will get a big boost from a red wave, deregulating, and also the economy opening up as well. Interest rates popping as well on inflation expectations. It's all those good things for banks. Look, that's pretty much it. That's the playbook for the election. Don't overcomplicate it. Over the next 2 weeks, what we are doing is taking some short protective positions, so taking half of our portfolio and buying a put spread in NASDAQ. If you want to know what legs, let me know, and I'll be able to get them to you. But that's the playbook. So right now we're just taking this a protective issue. If there's going to be more, looks like it's a close poll, looks like it's going to be a close election, looks like it's going to be a contested election, the market is going to sell off. You're not going to want to be in US equities. Pay attention to that. So protective positions now. We've moved stops up on some of our positions, and we've also got that playbook ready to go bang on for Wednesday in a couple of Wednesdays' time. Pay attention. It's going to be a lot of fun.